Dakada. Yagiyana toke, ibo kwa ibo, you know. Kwa ibo, I do our own. Opportunity and I'm so my brother, sister, from Dakada. Kwa ibo, I do our own. She know you know. Me photo run on to you, she correct when they from Dakada. Kwa ibo, I do our own. Abodo na mubogo mwanya murwana mutemo konsa ibiyeke mudakada akwa ibom ado ao eyang ni diana o diana toke irakida kenyo orosete yemi ko engini dio face like no mudakada diana toke ibogo kwa ibom akwa ibom ado ao. I'm telling you, every day is not the same. Today not today, no time to play. Nakadam bok, no delay. Yamotam nam for the day. I thank the Lord for giving me a state like a wave. I say something. I wave up. I do.
Governor Udom Emmanuel has not been a usual Nigerian politician who blows his trumpet across everywhere. He has rather allowed the projects and programs to blow the trumpet loudly in the hearts of his people. Day after day, critical projects that threaten the safety and well-being of his people continue getting his attention promptly. For a government that has constructed roads spanning more than 1,000 kilometers across all parts of the state, the critical area of flood and erosion control has taken a center stage. With a land mass of 6,900 square kilometers, Akwa Ibom State, which is a largely flat land, has been plagued by severe ecological challenges, bordering on erosion, excessive flooding, and other forms of environmental degradation. This challenge, which are mostly naturally caused by the topography of the state, are compounded by developments in building structures that impede on the natural water channels, as well as poor drainages on newly constructed roads. The Udom Emmanuel-led administration has demonstrated commitment in tackling erosion, flood, and human-piloted degradation in the state. Apart from prompt interventions by his administration, the governor has sought partnership from federal government and donor agencies to complement state government's effort in this direction. So far, some of the erosion control projects include the Anwar Fort Erosion Control Project, the Etem Umana Erosion Control Project, the IBB Flood Control Project, the Ikpa Road and Afaroku Erosion Control Project, the Nsikaredwo and Akwa Erosion Control Project, and several portions of the Calabar-Itu Road that have had to be closed down severally. Governor Udom Emmanuel, while speaking on the need to arrest the flooding and erosion situation in the state, stressed that his administration is concerned to ensuring flood-free areas across the state, especially at the Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida Way, IBB.
The IBB Avenue Drainage is ongoing. The Nsika Erosion Control has helped deflood that part of our state, which was perennially flooded, as so much money has been sunk into the project.
There is no doubt that investing such humongous amounts of money in a project that will mostly be buried underground without corresponding visible structures to attract public applause was people-driven, void of political undertone and self-edification.
If we can go close to 90% as of today, everything you're seeing here right now, apart from us passing through the Ring Road 3 and then taking it to the outfall station, I think it's almost done. Some areas are quite open drains, some are covered, and you see all those covered with manholes, those are all complete. And also a bit concerned, how do we take water out of the secretariat? And with what I'm seeing here right now, I think that solution is done. Then the other side of a back road from the federal housing that links up to IBB, you can see right now we are crossing the road. So even people passing through here in years to come will never appreciate the problems or the magnitude that have been here. Since the creation of this state, there's no government that has addressed this problem. As of today, we've spent over 23 billion on this project, and it's still ongoing. So it takes the heart beyond politics to actually sink this kind of money. You know, this is more expensive than a road construction.
When Governor Emmanuel announced that talks were at an advanced stage with the World Bank to restore sanity on the long-abandoned IBB Way and its adjoining areas, several people didn't believe, because since 1991, the road was constructed by the late Air Commodore Idong Nkanga administration. The effect was that several infrastructures like Olusegun Obasanjo Way, the IBB Avenue, the Idong Nkanga Secretariat, some public and private institutions in the area, the Secretariat of NLC, Nolgay, and several other institutions were under threats of being submerged. However, the governor made good his promise when his administration secured the support of the World Bank under the supervision of Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project, NEWMAP. Governor Emmanuel, on one of his visits to the project site, explained that 17 communities in Akwa Ibom State are to benefit from a World Bank-funded flood control drainage system in the state, stating that the perennial challenge of flood in the area would soon be history.
There is no state in Nigeria today, out of all the 36 states, I stand to be corrected, that have done this number of kilometers of this quality of drainage system in the whole of Nigeria. If there is one, let that person tell me. You can see that this project is almost 90% to completion level. Almost 90%. Even me, I think I'm impressed with the standard, the pace, and then the quality of delivery. You can see that we had some expectations, and I can see here that the expectations are actually above the standards that we set for them. Then if you look at it in terms of deliverables, when we set out to do this, you can see that they've also exceeded my expectation. I just want to reassure that this will be completely finished before we leave office.
Reiterating his concern with timely and qualitative delivery of the project, Governor Emmanuel affirmed that the project was pre-funded and tasked the contractors to deliver in record time and quality. further expressed satisfaction with the amount of work put on ground, stressing that the strategy of precasting components of the project before bringing them to site for installation would enhance speed and minimize the impact of the rains on progress of work on the project.
They've devised a means that will even make it faster. They are trying to precast a whole lot of reinforcement so that they just come to the site and do an installation. So that will also make it a bit faster, and also will try to minimize the impact of rain in slowing down the pace of work. This one project that is 100% pre-funded. So it's left for the contractors to give us the speed that we're asking for without compromising quality. So that's why I'm here, just to have, a layman's assessment. I'm not an engineer, but I'm sure engineers are within this my team to also give me, on-the-spot assessment, whether the reinforcement of quality and of standard, and also the environmental impact, because we can't also ignore that. What's the impact in the communities that we're passing through? 8 kilometers of drainage system is not a joke. So I think so far, I would say I'm really satisfied with the quality, the speed. Be rest assured that we'll finish very soon.
Giving an overview of the project, the State Commissioner for Environment and Solid Mineral, Charles Udo, said the project has a drainage facility of 8.4 kilometer length, 10 meters depth, and 12 meters width, with covering where it traverses areas of high population density and perimeter fencing in other areas for the safety of residents.
The project covers 17 communities cutting across 3 local government areas. The main alignment of the drain, comprising of covered and uncovered drain, is 8.4 kilometers with 2 alignments. One coming from the State Secretariat linking Atiku Abubakar and joining up at the IBB Avenue, and the second one coming from the Mechanic Village at Back Road, cutting across the State Secretariat and linking up at the point where we are, which is the confluence. We are expecting that by March ending at most, we should be able to, water should be able to flow from IBB, from Atiku Abubakar, from Mechanic Village to the outfall drain.
The Ibrahim Babangida Avenue and Environs Watershed is the biggest ongoing flood control project in Nigeria. This project, when completed, will ameliorate erosion menace in 17 villages across the 3 local government areas and return economic and social life to the hitherto cut-off people. Its execution has created no fewer than 1,000 direct jobs and covers an area span of 17.2 square kilometers, cutting across 17 communities in 3 local government areas: Uyo, Ibesikwa Asutan, and Nsiribu. The project consists of over about 10 kilometers with 8.4 kilometers of concrete main drain, a combination of covered and open drains, flexible and vegetated channels with gabion lining, and the remaining 1.6 kilometers of concrete tributary drains. The tributary drain, which is also designed to convey floodwaters from other flooded parts of the city around IBB Avenue to the main drain. This means that floodwater from Atiku Abubakar Avenue, Abak Road and Mechanic Village and environs, the Idonga Secretariat, will henceforth find their way to the main drain. The Akwa Ibom State Government has shown sufficient commitment to due process and effective project delivery in the process, ensuring that standard environmental impact assessment had to be carried out. There is also provision of maintenance road on the entire stretch of the drain, with service outlets and manholes of 100-meter intervals. The project is being complemented with bioremediation, trees and grass planting, landscaping and beautification.
Of course, there's also environmental safeguards which we've also put in place. In areas on the drains, we're having open drains. We're having a 12-meter slope on each side where we plant grass. The reason that you would ask, that is a wide expanse of land to be incorporated into a drain. But because of the size of the drain, we are giving anybody who accidentally scales over the fence and who falls into that drain, he has a chance to save himself because of the slope. And on that slope, we are planting special grass called vetiver grass, which allows the control of erosion on the sides of the drain.
It would have been impossible to have such a massive project without the displacement of existing social services and structures in some parts of the benefiting communities. Consequently, the government is ensuring the provision of alternative sources of drinking water as mitigation measures in communities where sources of drinking water are affected by the project. Bridges are to be built in 3 locations to reconnect some communities that had remained close yet estranged due to non-accessibility over the years. The design of the project provides for both hard and flexible structures aimed at ensuring that flood water is completely and safely evacuated from the entire catchment area. The renowned St. Luke's Hospital and the adjoining School of Nursing in Anwa would have been history if Governor Emmanuel didn't intervene to salvage the gully erosion situation that threatened to swallow up the key health institutions. Within 100 days in office, Governor Dom Emmanuel ordered emergency intervention works at the hospital, which saved the hospital from collapse and allowed time for the design and commission of the permanent restoration works.
Before now, the erosion chopped to almost taking the classroom and the hostel that students are residing. So because of that, the accreditation, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, stopped us from admitting students that is detriment to the student health and academic. Because even we that were here, we were unable to drive the vehicle and enter this place because of that erosion, because it's chopped almost across the road.
When I was posted to Anua, I was a little bit scared, very scared, because I had to start asking people how the ravine site was, because I know the last time when I came, it was almost destroying the whole place. So when I saw what they were doing, I saw the improvement, everyday work, I was more impressed and more confident that they're able to arrest the situation at hand. I thank the World Bank, I thank our able governor, Governor Dom Emmanuel, and I appreciate everyone's effort involved.
I want to start by thanking the able governor, His Excellency Governor Dom Emmanuel, for his prompt intervention, because it was actually scary, but coming to intervene, who knows what would have happened here. But through his intervention, this has come to be, and we are seeing what we are seeing now, which we know that in few time now, or less than what we are expecting, this place maybe they will complete it. So I say may God bless Governor Dom Emmanuel for his efforts.
Fast forward to January 2020. The contract for the full restoration works was awarded with project segments including a diversion drain, retaining walls, earthworks, main channel and road work. This quick intervention has in turn made socio-economic impacts, which include saving one of the oldest general hospitals in Nigeria from extinction, creating over 100 jobs, saved over 1,000 health workers. At Etumumana Gully Erosion Project in Uyo, another ecosystem restoration initiative of Governor Emmanuel, a combination of rigid reinforced concrete cut and fill to designed benching on side slopes to ensure stability and bioremediation protection of all side slopes, among others. Beyond the tie beam is rock filled with boulders, proceeding 5 check dams, cut-off drains constructed for collection of surface runoff waters into the channeled drains. Also at Ikpa Road, Uyo Village Road in Afaroku, work is ongoing to reclaim the portions of land ravaged by gully erosion and reconnect communities that were fragmented and cut off.
Even a one got safe. Again, Mammy, no go again. So it's a me. Some met sang out to New Nidom medical from a good house in yon. Head of promise, can't get in yon. Young over mum. Mumugari. And young mum see that make a surmana. Could not see where a dagger make a ma. Can you know? Mempo to me what? Get on and go to me by a while. A prayer was on and to them. Gate to Guinea, make or menum. Gabanago, gate to Guinea. You need to be from. You need to have a step. You miss a some way near Ambra. Again, step in my again. A one gone. It says I don't we boy bad. Any and a guy taken most of my son. Again, our area arriba. See, I'm in Melcom as an angram. Who's on my son, guys?
Melcom was in Bangudum, Emmanuel. Guess a yenam. No young swamp so that business in a move. So Melcom and take it come as simple. I was said young.
The gully erosion projects in Ikpa Road and Calabar to Highway being handled by Niger Pet Structures Limited and Amitech Construction and Development Company Limited have reached advanced stage. The cause of the arbitrary erosion problems in most parts of the state is poor, shabby discharge points of drainage projects and the effects felt at Ntarinyang, where the Calabar Road was cut into two, and other parts of the stretch where the government is working tirelessly to salvage the situation.
I appreciate Niger Pet for the quality of work I'm seeing here. This is world-class standard that they are doing here. By the time you see the depth of the meters in which they are burying the concrete, you know that this is going to last at least over 50 years. That's what they've told me, and I want to believe we'll do a lot more. As soon as we finish this one, we'll pick up the second collapse section, and then we'll fix it up. Whether we get refund from the federal government or not, but it's good to know that this is done by the state government.
Rising. Governor Udom Emmanuel took office with a clear vision to industrialize Akwa Ibom State. Milestone by milestone, he's bringing that vision to life through massive investments in quality education, accessible healthcare, agriculture and infrastructure, new roads and bridges linking communities to opportunities,
Facilities designed for the world's leading businesses and factories established through partnerships to create jobs and add value to the economy. We're building a bright, inclusive future where Akwa Ibom stands as the gateway to the region and the hub for West Africa. We're committed to that vision, and we're well on our way to arriving at that destination.
Akwa Ibom. Ami, Madakanda.
Akwa Ibom, rising.
Undoubtedly, Governor Emmanuel has painstakingly taken the bull by the horns to tackle the erosion menace taking over the state. It is not the sole duty of the government. We, the citizens, also have a part to play. That is ensuring we protect the environment through our daily activities. The gully erosion had quarantined residents of Afaroku, Ikpa, and other adjoining communities in Uyo local government area from other sections of the state, and also crippled business activities for some time now. Research shows that half of the topsoil on the planet has been lost in the last 150 years. The drainage project is a major leap in environmental conflict resolution, governance, and justice, with flooding and erosion exemplifying fundamental conflicts as human land use aspirations contend with natural processes in an inherently unstable environment. This historic Ibrahim Babangida drainage project by the Governor Udumi Emmanuel administration, with support from the World Bank, could not have come at a better time.
Akwa Ibom, rising.